Back to pit bike 160 Group B. Another big group of riders here. Gavin Tappenden on the second row, William Holland, Jason Crouch, Danny Underwood, Rizzo, Whittaker and Salmon all the way through the field here as they make their way through out onto the grid. Onto your top 18 riders, big group of pit bikes here at Whilton Mill for the 7th round of the British mini bike season.
And we're back on grid again with the stock 160s. This is the B group now. Not going to cut it slow, as I said before, not on a slow. We're going to have a quick chat with Daniel Pearson, an absolute character in the paddock. How's it get on, brother?
Not bad at all, not bad, yeah. Good day, going well.
Have you had a nice weekend, mate?
Yeah, it's been grand, yeah.
I know you've had a few issues today, a bit of setup problems over the weekend.
Yeah.
Is it all coming together?
Yeah, we've managed to stop wheel rubbing head now and we've gone on to PMT, so we'll see how that goes.
Cracking, enjoy the race, mate. See you in a bit.
But now we're ready to go. The flag goes. And away we go. Great start there for number 93. Jumping into the first corner. One rider left behind on the grid. Oh, bit of motocross there from one rider going across the corner, but everyone seems to get through safely.
That's from in 91 with left on the grid. Obviously, too big a grid, we need a bigger screen.
The 93 was your early race leader getting the jump on the field. Could have been.
That's Dan Youngwood out front. Yeah, you got Alex. Surname.
Alex Thurston, I think, in third, isn't it? It's for Danny Underwood. He got the jump on the field, left Paul Ward behind, and he means business. They make.
Yeah, I say this every time really about Danny, but if you want to ride a bike, I mean, he's 15 stone. He's 6'4", 15 stone, and if you look at his technique, it's absolutely bang on. You can, just by watching him, you can learn a lot about riding any bike. He's actually an engineer, obviously Ducati, and he's their main test rider. So he basically spends the entire day riding the most exotic Ducati machinery you can find. So he gets plenty of time on two wheels, but it's great to see him here, racing with us over a weekend, and he's a very close friend of mine. But yeah, if you watch his technique, if you're a youngster watching the live stream now, just keep an eye. You can learn a lot just by so you can see how it's going around.
So Danny Underwood looking very smooth at the front. Just to let you know that the pit bike 140 is not out just yet, of course. They'll be on a bit later on in the programme. We have some more action, of course, coming up very soon. We've got the June 90s coming up. Pit bike vets, of course, the motocross-based bikes, the Pit Bike Open CRF is always very exciting.
That is, I can't wait to see them.
That's going to be
Can't wait to see them.
They were absolutely flying, weren't they?
Oh yeah, and we've got a lot of two strokes in the pack as well, because we've upped the CC limit to 110, so it allows the two strokes to put 105 kits in. So they're on par now, the CRFs, and some of them are kicking out about 30 horsepower. So it makes for a very interesting racing, and the sound they make is amazing.
As someone who's just laid out a 1-year-old KTM motocross bike,
we were going to chat about that, weren't we? How's that getting on?
It's very good, actually. The bike's absolutely incredible. I'm loving. Went to a local practice track on Wednesday and started to get to grips with the bike. And the two strokes nowadays are absolutely incredible machinery. This is more on the motocross side of things, really. KTM, the bike that I've got, is very good engine, very little vibration on the bike, and it's certainly an interesting machine. So a lot of torque on there.
Well, you were saying there's like a counterweight or a counterbalance.
Yeah, the bike has actually a counterweight to reduce the vibrations. The two strokes, they really do vibrate, especially the older Japanese bikes I'm used to. And it is technology. I mean, I was talking to people at the motocross, some of the in the 70s had them as well, but little the bike vibrates when it's running, and really be looking forward to getting back out on the bike again. But we're back here, of course, at the Pit Bike Stock 160 at Whilton Mill, and this Group B race is starting to turn into a benefit here for Danny Underwood.
For 6th now to 10th.
Yeah, the battle now for 6th place. There's 77, the rider, of course, that Matt was speaking to, Daniel Pearson, who, getting some pressure there from Vincenzo Rizzo, who rather cheekily nips around the outside of him. I don't think that...
I don't think you heard about that one.
I think Pearson was expecting that. Tries to fight back down the inside. Tom Salmon just watching there a bit. Danny Underwood leads them towards the final few corners now. There is number 199, Vincenzo Rizzo, who again is getting pressure from Daniel Pearson. This battle now for 6th place. The top few riders making their way through. Looks like second place has now gone to Alex Thurston.
Alex Thurston. That is his surname.
There he goes, Alex Thurston through to second place ahead of the pole man, Paul Ward. And here we see another battle here just on the edge of the top 10. Mike Smallbones, Chris Huff, Liam Greenland in there as well. So Chris Huff having a look there down the inside of Pearson. Oh, and there goes Greenland, has a look down the inside, but doesn't quite work out.
Keep the comments coming through on Facebook. If you're watching out from the States, let us know. Let us know where you're watching from, and wish our American visitors your best of luck.
Chris Huff here is a busy looking rider here, battling for 8th position from Mike Smallbones, who's getting the bike in exactly the right positions here to block those apexes. And they are in fact starting to close up slightly on the 5th place battle, which we see now. This is Neil Turner, number 211, with Vincenzo Rizzo right behind him. And that looked like Mike Smallbones having a look down the inside there. Daniel Pearson in 7th place, Mike Smallbones, Chris Huff, Liam Greenland, Nathan Summers in there now, starting to close up on that battle for the top 10, with Jason Crouch and Hayden Ward a bit further behind. And here we see them again jostling for position, going through into what they call Christmas corner, that top corner. It's an uphill, off-cambered corner. Now they come back down the hill, and this is a very easy part to fall off here, because you've got the off-cambered hairpin, and you can't be too brave on the brakes.
No, I mean, you have to be brave. You're carrying a lot of speed. You're up in 4th gear. I mean, some shorter shift coming out of, is it Christmas corner, the top right-hander? You come out of Christmas corner, some people short shift into 4th before that left kink. Some people will leave it in 3rd, just actually power through that left-hand side, kick it up to 4th as you tip over onto the right. So you're pretty much flat out coming into that tight hairpin. So yeah, you are hard on the brake, but it's so easy to front on, so easy.
So Whilton Mill, a very demanding circuit, and oh, we've got a visitor from America here joining us today, Rick Podler Sr., watching from the beautiful Orlando, Florida.
Stunning. I've been there.
It's amazing, isn't it, Orlando?
Yeah, very humid.
Very, very humid
nice.
indeed. I remember going to Orlando Yamaha, if that rings a bell, and where did I go as well? Bithlow Motocross track when I was over there.
Nice.
Where in the world of motocross, that was James Stewart's local track. Oh, there's another one here from Sicily, an American watching from Sicily, rooting for the Juju Monster.
Who's the Juju Monster?
Might need some explanations here, but
Rich, let us know the Juju Monster.
Great to see so many people from America. And these, well, this is the, of course, what CC of the bikes, of course. This is clues in the title. I think that's more of a technical question for you, Matt.
At the moment, this is the Stock 160 class, so they can ride anything to 160 GT pit bike engine, so single piston, 2-valve engines. But a lot of the lads you'll find are still on the 140s, mainly because they can ride in the Stock 140s on the Stock 160s. And the 140 engine is still a very, very competitive engine. You lose a little bit in the top end, a tiny little bit of the old bottom end grunt, but it's yeah, mostly it's lads be out on 140s.
Actually, we've got here's your explanation, Matt. The Juju Monster. It's the man we were speaking to earlier.
Ah, little Julian, Juju Monster. Is that it now? I have to call him the Juju Monster from now on, then.
It would appear so, according to our American friends. So Julian Correa, who's been training paint, and they're looking good this morning, back on track with the 160s. And Chris Huff is a busy rider at the moment. Here they go. Another few here. We've got North Carolina as well, people watching. And at the moment, we're looking at the lap times here. We're on the 56 region. This 160 race has been down in the 52s at some point. And even got somebody from very, very far away, Northampton, watching at the moment. We're rooting for George Wood.
Yeah, George Wood. Fantastic.
He's out in it, yeah. So he'll be out a bit later on, of course. Junior SM90 in a couple of races' time. Well, it's next, actually, isn't it? Of course, I'm looking a bit further down the schedule there with SM90.
Juju Monster will be out next. I can't see where he's qualified, but he was running in the, so he was running in the top 4 today. And we'll have a chat with Julian on the grid.
Running strongly so far. Back on track, though, we see Danny Underwood, and as Matt was saying, that very well over 6 foot, this rider. He's starting to catch up with one of those tail enders, but Danny Underwood from the drop of the flag really pulling away with things. Fastest lap of the race, 55.890 a couple of laps ago. And he's still pretty much in the low 56s at the moment. So Danny Underwood looking very strong, leads the race.
Usually we get a comment from Sharon Underwood. Sharon, let us know if you're watching.
There he goes. Danny Underwood just nips around the outside of those two tail enders. Cool, calm and collected as he makes his way down towards the final corner, charges through, and Danny has been absolutely unstoppable at the moment. Alex Thurston through to second place. And there we see, just nipping through there, Underwood up towards the top corner. And as we were saying, Danny Underwood has led the race since the drop of the flag. Alex Thurston still second, the pole man Ward in third position. So Alex Thurston in second place. Paul Ward is losing ground a bit now to Thurston, actually. Thurston now clear through in second place, but this man here, Danny Underwood, making his way through the centre of the circuit now, all on his own. It's those tail enders. Relatively clear track in front of him. 2 laps to go. And at risk of invoking the fabled commentator's curse, you would say that at the moment it's looking good for Danny Underwood. As we see this great battle here, just a little bit further down the field, just in the middle of the top 5, as Mike Smallbones, Daniel Pearson still in there as well. And here they go. Number 77, the man that Matt spoke to at the start of the race. Daniel Pearson closing up now on Neil Turner as they make their way through towards the penultimate corner. Danny Underwood still really running away with things as Neil Turner goes through round the final corner with Daniel Pearson, Mike Smallbones, Chris Huff having a look down the inside going into the second corner, and I think has made that pass stick. So great move there into the first corner there from Chris Huff. Great panoramic shot here of the pit bike stock 160s. This race now into its final lap as we pick up Danny Underwood coming up towards the final corner. The checkered flag is now being readied, and Danny Underwood goes round the final corner, takes the checkered flag. Fantastic ride, who led the race. The drop of the flag didn't pole, but gone away from Paul Ward at the start of the race, and from then on in it was all about him. Alex Thurston goes through in second place, holds off Paul Ward just a few seconds down. Great ride from, I think that'll be Vincenzo Rizzo coming through round the final corner. Oh, he went sliding through there past Carl Baines, who goes a lap down, but Vincenzo Rizzo through to fourth place from Jake Whittaker, Neil Turner, Neil Preston, Daniel Pearson, sorry, Chris Huff, Mike Smallbones, Jason Crouch rounding out the top 10. But from the pit bike stop. Pit bike stock 160 getting underway very shortly. One rider with a bit of trouble there, number 217. We're getting the bike restarted. Of course, they will have a moment to try and get the bike fired up and back on the grid, but now they'll have to join in the back. The grid is, oh, bit of trouble there. There's midfield. The start there, everyone does play. Alex Thurston with a great start there, got the jump on Danny Underwood as they go side by side up towards Christmas Corner, but no, it looks like Thurston holds on to the lead. Danny Underwood in second, sweep around the outside there, possibly for Jake Whittaker.
Danny's going to really struggle to get past Alex, because Alex is, he ain't slow, he's a quick rider, but I said he's a lot lighter than Danny, so he's going to have the legs on him down the straights, but through these technical sections, Danny's going to try and get as much drive as he can. I don't think he's going to be able to do it around here. Maybe into the complex pits.
So here they come, Danny Underwood trying to size up the race leader. Number 83, Alex Thurston, got the jump on the start. And there we see, of course, Alex Thurston, a smaller rider than Danny Underwood, pulling away, going through into the boot section. But Underwood very strong in looking for lines. Here they come round the final corner. Thurston leads. It's Underwood second. Whittaker up to third place. Then we've got Paul Ward in fourth.
You can see Danny then just closing up on Alex, going around that final corner, carrying so much more corner speed, but he just loses the top straight. Alex just pulling away from him up the hill. Danny be hard on the brakes now, trying to catch him up into this technical section. Is he close enough coming to this right-hand hairpin? He's right on his rear wheel. He's going to look down the inside. Oh, he wasn't close enough there.
Underwood down the inside, but Alex Thurston's got the line covered. And Marlon says that to be bringing this type of coverage to the USA. So hopefully that...
well, I don't mind.
I don't mind. I think
Should you get people to buy some plane tickets and we'll head over for a
so,
cover
yeah.
racing? And we've just had a report from our producer and director. They want to come to USA too. So yeah, no problem.
Yeah, if we need this coverage in the USA, I think we're happy to oblige.
Absolutely not a problem whatsoever.
Especially Florida, and then beaches and whatnot.
And the rest.
And the fantastic part of the country, of course, in the USA, Florida, with all the lovely beaches and Disney World and whatnot. Daytona Beach. Wouldn't mind going back there one day. So here we go, back on track with Danny Underwood, who has taken the lead from Alex Thurston. So the pressure pays off for Danny Underwood. They go back down the hill. Thurston in second place. There's a bit of a gap then from Thurston before the third place rider, which is now Paul Ward, who's got back through to third place. Daniel Pearson, Mike Smallbones, Vincenzo Rizzo. Yep, looks like we're on our way to Florida.
Hell yeah! You all have to come a place to stay at when you come. Yeah, book us a plane ticket then.
There we go. So we'll have to get over and bring British mini bikes to Florida, I think.
Yeah, no problem.
So could have a continental round.
As long as you bring the Alpha Live team to do the live stream.
We've got an Alpha Live there as well. I think everyone's got to come over. So here we go.
This stream is brought to you by Alpha Live. If you want to give them all our USA watchers, the Alpha Live team do a huge amount of work. So make sure you head over to their Facebook page, Alpha Live on Facebook, and make sure you give them a like. They do a lot of coverage as well as the British mini bikes. They do karting. So yeah, head over to the page and give them a like.
So with Alpha Live, of course, they say a lot of experience here at Whilton Mill as well from the world of karting, and they've really stepped up to motorbike racing very well, haven't they? It's transferred over quite well and good work with.
Yeah, they're cracking group of guys to work with, and apparently next week they're covering the 24-hour kart race or European 24-hour kart race. So head over to Alpha Live, give the page a like, make sure you hit that notification button to let you know when they're going to be alive and streaming. It looks like Danny's got past Alex. We're chatting away, aren't we?
Yeah, he's pulling away now. He's been past a couple of laps now. He's starting to pull away. Paul Ward's still in third place, and it looks like Vincenzo Rizzo's had a great weekend so far. He's up to fourth place. One thing I would say, actually, speaking of those 24-hour karting, I've done the 24-hour karting at Le Mans a while back in rental karts, and
is it on 4 strokes or 2 strokes? You won't be able to run a 2-stroke for 24 hours.
It's it was a 4-stroke event. It was twin-engined. These guys, I know at Alpha Live, actually, they're called EKL, the Elite Karting League, used to run them, twin-engine karts. Although the full 24 hours, you have to do the chain and stuff like that. But
really?
Yeah, 24 hours on the 2-stroke might have been interesting.
Yeah. I've been invited down to the NKL, which is the National Karting League. I won a competition for a race day, so I might be racing with them in September, so that'll be good fun.
It'll be very quick, but it'll be a really good experience, actually. NKL is very fast indeed.
I'd just like to give a bit of shout out to number 73, Carl Baines. He's running down in 18th at the moment. This is our 6'7" chief scrutineer out racing at the moment and bashing bars to Rob Andrews, so it's great to see Carl out there having a crack. And nice shiny new leathers. Nice shiny IMR one-piece white leathers, which I absolutely soaked him in yesterday. He made the mistake of riding past me in the paddock, so I got my bottle of water and tipped it on his head.
If you're looking out for the Honda CRF 150s, just to inform you that they are coming up very shortly. We're on Pit Bike Stock 160 Group B at the moment. We've got our Junior SM90s coming up for the Junior. He is up next in the SM90s. Then we have Pit Bike Vets, and that will be followed by Honda CRF 150. So 2 more races to go. Back on track though with the Pit Bike Stock 160 Group B, and Danny Underwood leads the way from Alex Thurston. Paul Ward still running strongly in third. Here we see, looks like Vincenzo Rizzo is just going through in 4th place. Daniel Pearson, Mike Smallbones, Jason Crouch and Nathan Summers having a good battle there, with Whittaker just a bit further behind. of course, diversifying into the world of karting. This is where Alpha Live are very much involved in karting, and as they're going over to the European 24-hour race very soon. These 24-hour karting races, they really are tough. Perhaps we should see about a. We'll have to speak to Matt about this later on, perhaps to British Mini Bikes, endurance British Mini Bike race one. I don't really think of that possibly. We know about the Suzuka 8 hours in Japan, so perhaps there's scope maybe for an endurance BMB race, you never know. It is floodlit here at Whilton Mill, of course, so you can run at night as well. So if you're watching this on social media, perhaps, or if you're a rider as well, give us a shout out and see what you think of that idea possibly as well. That would be something different. Alex Thurston then leading from, sorry, I beg your pardon.
Just come in and mention my name, what have I missed?
Oh, nothing much of that. We were just saying perhaps that we should have an endurance BMB race possibly. We're just going to see what the public's opinion of that
We've
one.
got an endurance race in September. I don't know if we're going to live stream it, but we've got an endurance race, a 5-hour endurance race in September. It's all for charity. Just have a look at our Facebook page and there'll be details on there.
So this is the BMB equivalent of the Suzuka 8-hour endurance.
I mean, last season we had MCN down, we had British Superbike boys coming down, we had some cracking teams. So, yeah, stay tuned. I don't think we're going to be live broadcasting it as the full production like we're doing now, but there'll be definitely some live videos going up from throughout the day.
Now there is a rider out of the race in the centre of the field. Rider okay, perhaps a mechanical problem maybe. Still showing, of course, Alex Thurston, the race leader, but it is Danny Underwood that leads as they make their way around the back of the circuit now. The leaders looking strong so far. Still this great battle here. Neil Turner, Mike Smallbones, Chris Huff, all in there with 2 laps to go. Underwood now making his way through some of the tail enders. Well, let's say tail enders up into the midfield. We're into, up to 15th place. So Underwood certainly on the charge at this stage, looking very strong at the moment. So we've got the Sam Crossy Memorial Race coming up then, the 16th endurance race that we were talking about. That's coming up very soon. Not sure yet if that'll be on the live broadcast, but certainly if it is, we'll be with you on Alpha Live. Of course, endurance racing really is a whole different entity, of course, very different tactics in place. Great move here though. We've got Chris Huff, Jason Crouch, Mike Smallbones still battling away in some great advice here. Just get past him, Chris. There we go. Chris Huff there, number 223, looking strong as your race leader. Danny Underwood, here he goes, number 93. Big Danny Underwood, of course, well over 6 foot. But certainly knows how to ride a mini bike and even has time to wave to the crowd as he goes round the final corner and will take the checkered flag. Bit of showboating over the line there for Underwood, your race winner. Danny Underwood wins. It's going to be second place for Alex Thurston. There he goes in second place. Vincenzo Rizzo will come through in. There he goes. For Rizzo. Then we've got Paul Ward and this battle for 5th place. Oh, right to the line there. Neil Turner, Mike Chris Huff. All battling